Hello, Baron James Gray Robinson here. Have you ever wondered why managers fail? Have you ever wondered if there's something they could do to avoid that? Well, let me tell you a story about a friend of mine. His name is Daniel. 3 weeks into his promotion, Daniel stopped sleeping. He had earned his role. He was a top performer. He had the highest numbers on his team, but now deadlines were slipping. His team was confused and someone had gone above him to complain. That ever happened to you? He thought being great at the job would make him a great manager. It didn't. There's actually a business theory called the Peter Principle, which was developed by Peter Marshall, who was a great personal growth consultant, that people are promoted beyond their abilities. In other words, if you're very, very good at lower echelon, you'll be promoted to middle management. If you're very, very good at middle management, you'll be promoted to higher management. But the problem is that just because you're good at one level doesn't mean you're going to be good at a higher level. So when he was promoted to manager, kind of blew up. And this happens to thousands of new managers every year, not because they're bad, but because no one teaches them what to do. And so let's talk about the change that individuals need to make in order to become a good manager or a good leader. Let me ask you a question. Are you still doing 80% of the work yourself? If so, you're not managing, you're surviving. And here's why. Because Daniel kept rewriting his team's work, he kept fixing mistakes. He kept jumping in to save projects, and it felt productive, but it trained his team to depend on him. And new managers fail when they confuse output with leadership. Leadership is leverage. Instead of saying, here's how to do it, say, here's the goal, you own the path. That one sentence changes everything. So think about your last project. Did you solve it or did your team? Now be honest. So Daniel avoided hard conversations. He didn't want to seem harsh, so small issues grew into big ones. Strong leaders correct behavior when it's small, calmly, specifically, immediately. Here's what I noticed. Here's the impact. Here's what needs to change. No drama, no delay. That's authority. So imagine this. There are two managers, one who waits 3 months to address performance. One addresses it week one. Which one earns respect? You need to build standards, not popularity. Daniel wanted to be liked, but teams don't need friends. They need clarity. Once he set clear expectations, clear deadlines, and clear accountability, everything stabilized. And respect replaced anxiety. 6 months later, Daniel wasn't exhausted. His team was performing without him stepping in. The shift wasn't talent, it was habits. Stop being the hero, correct early, and set standards. That's how new managers win.